Hey everyone, welcome back. In the last video, I showed you how to make a custom death counter and create a command that lets you see how many times every other player has died. In this video, I'm going to show you how to do something pretty fun actually. I'm going to show you how to create explosive snowballs and arrows. Once again, we're going to be using another event that Skript can track. This is the on projectile hit event. This event is triggered anytime a projectile hits a block or an entity. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to check to see if the event projectile is an arrow. Now what do I mean by event projectile? The event projectile is the projectile involved in the event. So in this case, we want to see if that event projectile is an arrow. If it is, let's create an explosion at the arrow. Create explosion of force, let's say force 3 or 4. At event projectile. This will create an explosion at the arrow. And let's also delete the arrow. That way it doesn't linger around. Doesn't make sense if there's going to be an explosion. So now every time that an arrow hits something, it'll create an explosion. So we'll save that. So now we'll join the server. And we'll make sure that the script is loaded. So script reload. First script.sk. So let's give ourselves a bow. We're in creative mode, so we have infinite arrows. And let's shoot an arrow. And there you go. As soon as the arrow hits something, it goes kaboom. It's as simple as that. Now what if we want to do the same thing with a different projectile? Well, we can add another if statement. If the event projectile is snowball, for example. This time, let's create a very small explosion. We'll create explosion of force 1 at the event projectile. And once again, we'll delete the event projectile. For snowball, deleting it isn't that big of a deal because it deletes itself automatically, but we'll just do it anyway for good measure. Let's reload. And let's grab a snowball. This should create a smaller explosion. There you go. Creates a very small explosion. Very easy. Now let's modify the snowball code so that it actually creates a fake explosion that doesn't damage anything, but creates an explosion that just looks pretty cool. So we'll actually change the explosion, create explosion, to create safe explosion. What this will do is it'll create the explosion effect and sound, but it won't actually damage anything. It can still apply knockback though. So we'll reload. There you go. You can see that it makes a little explosion, but it doesn't actually damage anything. Let's change the force to 4, so it's the same as the arrow. We'll reload. So you can see now we're actually getting pushed back by it. What's really cool about this is that if you're making a mini game, you can create fake projectiles that create explosions, don't damage anyone, but cause knockback. It's a pretty cool trick. And you guys should definitely use it if you're trying to make mini games or just have some fun on your server. So be sure to leave your suggestions in the comments below. Thanks for watching, guys.